go to the superstar of today's show.
Yeah.
He's even smiling. I'm only gonna open it because one thing you're gonna learn about this podcast is we just go with the flow. Whatever you wanna say, you say. Nobody gonna cancel it because we aren't big. At least we are informative. We talk about everything. Through steroids, freaking whatever you wanna say. Nobody cares. I done some watching of your fights yesterday. And 2 days ago. And 3 days ago. Yeah, I watched way too much. And I need to say, even from talking to you on Instagram or WhatsApp, you're such a kind person, nice guy.
Oh, bless you, thank you.
It's so strange because that's what I said to Vicky. I know 3 bare knuckle boxers. Personally, 1. Now 2. Johnny Lawson, I think he's Hall of Famer of BKB.
Really, I know Johnny Lawson really, really well.
So Johnny Lawson punched my ribs so bad years ago whenever we were boxing, just boxing. He loves his body shots. Always
Johnny
did.
Lawson's a great lad, and he's obviously been around. He was not like a journeyman, but he'd turn up and fight on every single show. He'd be fuming if he weren't on the next show. And what a tough kid Johnny Lawson is.
He's such a young fella as well. Yeah. His brother is a tough cookie as well.
He'd come over with nobody, no coach, no corner person or anything, and warm up in the changing rooms. Well, not in the changing rooms, be warming up where everyone's smoking. And getting in 9 times out of 10, get a win as well. One of the toughest people on the circuit, Johnny.
Johnny then is newcomer and Brian Hyslop. He's Scottish. So me and Brian are close, but we never met. Like I will talk to him nearly every day. But Brian, same as you, a loveliest guy.
I think what you find with people who do bare knuckle is there's no pretense and there's no ego.
It's
people who are just mad cunts in the normal everyday life, and they found an outlet for their passion or whatever it is that stops them from going to jail. And I think it takes away the things from spilling over in normal everyday life. And I think you'll find with people who do bare knuckle, there's no ego, there's no fake bullshit. It's people are what they are, and because you can't do bare knuckle and not be what you say you are, because you get found out as soon as you get hit.
You said difference between fighting and a ring. The way you're having the head.
I think so. Yeah, with bare knuckle, I think with boxing, obviously you can be a good boxer because you've got good defense, good skills, and things like that. You can't defend in bare knuckle, and I think if you've got the boxing fundamentals to set up a shot and the bollocks to go for it and execute it, you can be very good. And I think that's where I do well, because I've got good boxing acumen and I don't give a fuck. So when you put those two together, I put myself in arms where I'm not worried about what's coming back. I'm pressing A, you're going to go to B, and you're going to get knocked out at C. That's the way I do it. I set a trigger, make them react, and then walk them onto a shot. That's what I try and do.
There was another guy I was talking to, a few years back, just by total accident, because I saw him. You probably heard about him, the Blood Axe.
Yeah, I know Eric.
Eric.
I know Eric. I'm actually godparent to Eric's daughter. I'm really good friends with Eric. We're not actually in speaking terms at the minute, but Eric, when I first started bare knuckle, was in Birmingham at Fitness Factory, and I'd go and spar with him twice a week, and go and pick him up, bring him back, and spar. I'm really good friends with Eric, and obviously he does the King of the Streets things.
I messaged him out of blue just for.
He's a great guy.
I message people just for a crack, thinking nobody gonna come back to me. Those people don't talk to me. And he messaged me back, and we start chatting away.
Eric's a cool guy. But we've kind of had not talking at the minute because I cornered somebody who had a bit of a online it's like back and forth with, and he didn't take kindly that I helped him out. He's from my hometown, so I just look at it in this way: if anyone's fighting from my own town, I want him to win. So I supported him, and Eric took that personally. But I'm sure me and Eric will be fine whenever we come back into contact.
A wee bit different than you towards fighting.
Eric's totally different to me.
For him, it's a war.
It's very personal. As soon as you sign to fight Eric, it's personal until it's done. Whereas me, I don't take fighting personal at all. If my dad was in there, I'd want to smash his face in as soon as it started, and then pick him up after. I don't give a fuck who it is. You're getting it when we're getting there. But yeah, there's nothing. I don't have to feel any kind of way to have a fight with anybody. I could get out this house and have a fight now. I love it. It's who I am as a person. I think to be good at bare knuckle boxing, it has to be who you are and it has to be like the life you've lived, and it certainly is mine.
because by far, whenever I tried to find a lot of details about it because I decided like you're my first bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
I need to prep myself,
Yeah.
and it's like so fucking hard to find any information about it. You're a very, very close off person. So I
Yeah.
found out like your ex
Royal
Royal Marine.
Yeah.
Fucking nutcases. Anybody I met from army,
Yeah.
from like either paras,
Yeah.
Royal Marines, these are all fucked up in the
The
head.
paras is very similar, and I think it's because the training is so hard and so long.
Yeah.
You have to be a certain sort of person to get to the end, and basically 0.1% of people pass Royal Marines training. That's
Because
because
it's here.
that's because you have to be somebody who's got nothing better anywhere else, or you won't be there. So
Like one of my best friends, he's a para.
yeah,
Ex-para. He's over 50 now.
yeah,
But he said to me, like, it's a different mentality.
yeah. Exactly. It's exactly that. It's a different mentality where you put the others before you. Your person to your left and right become before you, and like how you feel about yourself is irrelevant. So until the task's done, it don't matter if your fucking legs hanging off. You get into the end of the task, and then you will address that then.
But because you were in military, right?
Yeah.
You have a full military training. Your brain set, your mindset is totally different than some of the other fighters.
Yeah.
Put in perspective, if you ever watch my favorite stare down ever was Mirko Krokop
Yeah.
against Wanderlei Silva.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And it's like, you can see Wanderlei Silva, yes, I'm a fucking tough guy in the
Yeah.
ring. And Mirko Krokop just look
Just
like a
looking
piece of
straight
meat.
through him, yeah. And that's if you've been in the chaos of conflict and the chaos of even being in a place in peacetime when you know that person over there waving at you has got a gun behind the wall, like you have to be very calm and you have to be very devoid of emotion. And I think you've seen it at times when if you have studied my fights, when I get in and I'm driven by emotion, I'm not as good. When I get in and I'm cold and I'm calculated, someone's getting knocked out and it's not me. And I think that's all down to preparation. And as an ex-Royal Marine Commando, I get confidence from preparation. So obviously it's well documented that I've been a drug addict throughout my professional career. So that's why in some of the fights when I've lost, I've not been prepared, I've not been confident, and I've got in and gone for it and let emotion take over. Whereas when I'm prepared, I'm cold and calculated, and I don't believe there's anyone who can beat me when I'm like that.
And you said you were a drug addict.
Yeah, I was a cocaine addict until I met Megan, which would be November, December time. I was a cocaine addict, yeah, and I've been sober.
Just last year.
Yeah, I've been sober since I met Megan. Every fight I've had in bare knuckle, I'd have been taking drugs the night
High as
before.
a kite.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell.
And
See,
I can remember at my last fight, they said at the medical, they did my blood pressure and they went, "Why is your blood pressure so low?" I was like, "I've been sniffing cocaine until half an hour ago." And the owner just got up and walked off and gave me a piece of paper to sign to say a waiver. And I beat.
But did they take it as a joke? Or?
No, you knew it. You knew by that stage because that's 11 fights deep. And I got in and beat Kev Greenwood, who was ranked the #1 in the world. Off my
You beat him in the first round, was it?
Yeah, in the first round, yeah. And he's only ever
That was in the triangle.
He'd only ever been stopped by what's his name? Can't forget his name. He's only ever been stopped by I can't forget his name. He's Croatian.
Because you've got 2 belts.
Yeah, 2 British titles.
2 British titles.
And I fought for the world title twice.
Your pro record at the moment in BKB is 6-5.
Yeah, so 11.
No.
So I've had 11 fights. 6 fights have all been for titles. So I fought for the British title 4 times, twice for the world title, and all my fights have all came by knockout. So every single one I've won has won by knockout.
And your man, Podmore, Daniel.
Yeah.
Because I believe there's going to be a third one.
Yeah, well, he's in a different promotion at the minute, but yeah, I would never rule it out that me and Dan might have a fight again. He's one of my good friends, and when we're not fighting each other, I'm one of his big supporters. And really, for me to end up at the British title level that I was through sparring with him. And we used to spar every weekend, and it used to be mad every weekend. People like him, Ricky Nelder, Chris Trez, Connor Tierney, all people who were all trained at Birmingham, and Eric Olsen, all paved the foundations for me, really, to learn the nuances of bare knuckle from being an amateur boxer. Eric used to do a round with me, and at the end of the round, he'd go, "Well, that one shot that I landed there would have been you split and you finished."
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from Eric. Like, and I always give credit to Eric and to like people like Ricky Nelder, like I've already mentioned, because bare knuckle is not a sport that you want to learn on the job. Because
Fuck me,
if you get it wrong, it can be well devastating.
Well, it's any fight you're watching. Doesn't matter what level of bare knuckle. It's I wouldn't say a bloodbath because there's some clean fights. There's some easy escapes of like really quick knockout.
Yeah.
But still, people don't understand hitting with the bare fist.
Oh yeah.
First, it's a different ballgame.
For me, like one of the toughest opponents I faced was Dorian Darch, and he was a big ex-professional heavyweight, someone I've got no right being in the ring with, and we just thought the only way of stopping him will be to try and open up old cuts. So we was turning the knuckles over this way, something my dad taught me. My dad's like a bit of an old salty dog himself, and used to be a bit of a
salty dog.
Yeah, salty old sea dog. So my dad used to be in the military and used to fight himself. So he was saying to me, you need to turn your hands this way. So when these knuckles land on bone, they split. So there's a couple of stills where you can see we're like this against Dorian, and I think I gave him 24 stitches in his eyes. And that's how I was able to beat someone a lot bigger, a lot more experienced.
Because you fight heavyweight.
I fought heavyweight.
I
fought a heavyweight then, yeah, for the British title. And I just won a world title eliminator against Simon Sinkovic, who was like a Watore no rules fighter. But Mickey Parker was world champion at the time, and they didn't know if he was going to retire or what. So they kind of like double sixed me by saying you can fight for this British title against Dorian, when I should have lost really, and I got in and stopped him in the third round.
Fucking hell. That's mental.
Yeah.
But you know what baffles me? Like, you as a person, I just, holy shit, like, let's face it, no half an hour.
Yeah.
And talking to you for a wee bit.
Yeah.
You're so open about it, and it seems like everybody in that bare knuckle community, it's so close.
Yeah. Well,
which you will think will be totally opposite.
It's obviously combat sport. I think you come into 1% to people who actually fight in combat sport, and I think to be a professional bare knuckle fighter, you fall into a smaller category than that. And I think, like, obviously Megan fights. Megan's a woman, so what kind of percentage does she fall into? So I think you're linked by your personality and by the fact that you do the most extreme of combat sports. You're all linked in a way by whatever it is, and I think, like, being authentic is something that you, with bare knuckle boxing, that you must have and must be, because if you're not, you get found out. So that's why I find like people are very open and very honest about who they are, because who they are is the reason why they're in this sport and the reason why they're in the top 1% of the world of people who do combat sports.
Well, I spoke with Eric about the guy. It's a guy from England. Fuck, what's his name? Bash.
Yeah. I know Bashir. He fought on Lockdown 1 when I first made my debut as well. He's a good lad. But I
watched him a few times, and I says to myself, like, I thought I have a balls. So even from time to time, he shouldn't be fighting.
He's got more balls and brains, and definitely got more balls and brains now.
Like, every time I see him posting,
yeah, that's him. He can't talk or nothing now. And when he first fought, Paul Hills knocked him out. Got the fastest knockout ever, which I'm a bit pissed off about because it's about a second faster than my fastest one. But Bashir after, and I feel bad about this as well, I gave him 3 scoops of pre-workout before he went out, and he had a seizure when he came back in the changing rooms after. So I don't think he's ever been well when he's been fighting competitively. And fair play to him, what an absolute mad bastard. But I just think there's more to life than fighting. Fighting is a bit of a mugs game. And I think until I met Megan, all I was about fighting. And even though I was half-arsing it was my whole life. And whereas I think I sat in the hotel room with Megan before she made her debut, and she was eating lollies and fucking about, and she kind of knew the next day she was going to go on and do her weighting and break the internet. And I think through being involved with her now, I'm trying to market myself different and think there's more to life than fighting. Obviously, fighting's still my main aim, but I want to be able to be marketable in other ways rather than just being a fucking a maniac who can fight with no gloves on. Because I mean, that's not the best thing to market yourself about, is it? I'm good at doing things that you go to jail for. Nice one, right?
Well, speaking of bare knuckle in jail,
yeah,
there's a guy recently coming to the Raider, what do you call him? Jacob.
Is this from Ireland?
Yes.
Jacob Bradshaw? Yeah.
I'm so shit with names.
I'll be honest, I've not heard of, don't know about this one.
No, I only find out because the girl who was here 2 weeks ago or last week, she was one of his sponsors.
Yeah.
And I said to my wife, brilliant, listen, I want a bare knuckle boxer. I was in contact with you, I have you, so I'm gonna have somebody to follow up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your man Jacob. And I says, the girl who's coming today is actually his sponsor, so she can get me in contact with him.
Yeah.
Lovely. And my wife is like, you might hold your horses.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? What's going on? And she just showed me the ITVs like being
Done for 2 charges of rape.
2 charges of rape. Wow. Well,
I'm like,
yeah. Well,
so he started liking my stuff now. I'm like, I don't know how to approach that now. Like, I skipped that part.
the thing is, with all I would say is, I've got no relation to that with those sort of offences. But before, obviously, when you do bare knuckle boxing,
because you have really bad rep
the
for it.
criminal underworld and things is basically your domain, isn't it? Your working
Because
domain.
that's where the sport's from, isn't it?
Before obviously meeting Megan and changing my life, like I used to be doing illegal things myself. Obviously not anything sexually related in that way, but like for bare knuckle boxers to be about 1 minute and to be in jail the next is not uncommon. Because I mean, we live with the fringes of society, aren't we?
Because bare knuckle boxers have like that massive rap behind them. Like, you know, it's either work for mob, or you're dealing with gangsters. You go and collect money. You're doing X, Y, and Z.
Exactly that. Or if you can like I'm saying, I'm trying to do now, try and market yourself in a way where you can get full-time sponsors and be a full-time athlete, like I'm actually living now, then you can do that. But there's not many people who can actually do that. Because most of the people who are these fighters that you want to see on telly, like. There's a thing about John Jones. The people who are the maddest people outside of the ring are the best to watch in the ring, and that's true with bare knuckle. But I think my coach before, bless him, used to be thinking, is Ryan going to be available in 2 weeks, or is he going to be in jail? And that used to be my life before I met Megan, and that's the God's honest truth.
Because that's what I was trying to say. Like, you just have a bad rap sheet.
Yeah.
But I haven't met any of people I have an interaction with from bare knuckle boxing. Wasn't a bad
person.
Yeah, it was like Brian. To me, Brian and yourself now, it's Brian for me as a person. I never met him.
Yeah.
He done so much for a community. He's doing so much. He opened a gym for the guys, young fellas, to get kicked out from the schools.
Yeah.
Everything is charity, so they don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah.
And now he's worked with the sponsors to build like a program for them to learn how to become a PTs.
Yeah.
So he's doing massive.
That's something I'll say about Eric again, like bring Eric into it. Eric, people say all sorts about Eric. I know Eric personally, and Eric's a good man, a kind-hearted man.
That's only what I can say about
him.
him.
He would do anything to help you. But on the other side, Eric is also Eric. He'll get on top of you and gouge your fucking eyes out. So it's one of them.
He told me that avoid the feeling the fucking guy's orbitals.
Oh no, listen, he was going to great depth about it, but he used to say to me in the gym, people come in and boxing, and boxing's bare knuckle boxing. He says, "Mate, I do this for fun." Like, and he says, like, it's his weakest. But Eric's a wrestler. Yeah. He used to get hold of me in the clinch, and I feel like I'd want to bring my mum. So, Joe, with the bet, I love watching him do the King of the Streets because I think he's going to win at that because he'll get hold of you and you're fucked. Once you get, he fought someone with a broken leg. He's a fucking he's an absolute mad cunt. And in reality, everyone is drawn to someone who's a genuine mad cunt, isn't they? And there's no one madder than that cunt.
Well, he was really surprised. He was really surprised I was talking to him. He says to me, like, "You're not too many Polish people talking to me because you hate me." It's like, what the fuck I would hate you for? And he says, like, because some guy he was fighting, he actually just ripped his eye out.
Oh, yeah, Simon Sinkovic. So he got disqualified for poking his eyes out and for headbutting him twice. He got disqualified twice. The funniest thing about that is, the night he got disqualified for that, he got inducted to the Hall of Fame. The Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame. I miss Eric, to be honest. I hope he watches this, and I hope
I'm going to try to talk him,
hope we can talk to him again, because I miss Eric.
I can only see his stuff on YouTube now because he's nowhere to be seen.
He's banned off everything.
He's not on Instagram. I think I messaged him about a year ago on Instagram just to find out he's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
But right, enough about Eric because I've got that. I've got shorts. Who picked your shorts for the last fight?
My last fight. What shorts did I have for the last fight?
That was the Oh my god, 6'5". That's the last win first night.
So there were orange camo ones, orange and white,
No,
the pink ones.
The writing on the front.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, that's me, and that's my mentality too. When I fight, is I'm not quite often the underdog. I'm quite often someone who people don't expect to win. So I do everything with a fuck you mentality.
Well, your record saying something else.
Yeah, I know.
6-5.
Yeah. But
It's the toughest sport.
But I got in there against Kevin Greenwood. The commentators are going, "Oh, he's a much better boxer than Ryan. Ryan's only chance is this and this." And I says at the end, who fucking outboxed the boxer there?
Yeah.
Which one of us stopped the person who weren't going to get stopped? And I said in the interview after, everyone who doubted me, anyone who supports me, thank you and fuck you as well.
And why cockroach?
The cockroach, because I'm hard to kill.
Fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Fuck you shorts.
Yeah.
And last thing, because your shorts are very high.
Yeah.
So except people who don't know you and don't see your social media.
Yeah.
You have another battle on you all the time.
I've got ulcerative colitis, so that was my reason for leaving the Royal Marines. I'd never left the Royal Marines. Like that was my childhood dream to be a Royal Marine, and I achieved that at 16. And unfortunately, I got ulcerative colitis, which is a chronic bowel disease, which led to me being medically discharged. And when I was in hospital, that's when I started looking. I thought I opted to have a colostomy bag external because you can have an internal pouch.
It's the same with that.
But if you get punched on it and it leaks, it can kill you. So I thought, now fuck that. I still believed for some reason I was going to be able to fight, so I chose to have an external pouch. And that's when I started looking up people like Eric, Ricky Nelder, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do this bare knuckle thing. And when we was in lockdown, I contacted Jim Freeman, who at the time he was one of the owners, and I was sending him videos every day training and he says, one of the most things I'm interested in is how have you got access to this gym that you keep sending me these videos in lockdown. But I was the only signing they made in lockdown, and I fought on the first lockdown show, and I hadn't boxed for 6 years. I hadn't sparred, and they put me in against Matthew Hodgson, who was European champion, and knocked him out in 7 seconds.
And what's the record now? What's the record? The quickest knockout?
That was so the record got set that day by Paul Hills at 4.5 seconds.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I've
Still 7 seconds?
7 seconds, yeah.
Some people don't even go in the middle of the ring in that time.
I put someone down in 4 seconds as well, but fucking Paul hit me to the post on that one as well, the wanker.
7 seconds KO'd against a fucking trained boxer.
Yeah, he was European champion at the time. So I think he just lost to Eric. He just had a massive cut open by Eric on his head. So I think I was meant to be getting back into contention, and he fucked up when he picked me for that job.
Well, so it's another fight lined up.
Yep.
It's May, is it?
May the 30th for BKFC. I'm fighting John Phillips, another person who I believe I've been positioned for him to be a stepping stone for him. And like I've said this before, I'm more of a landmine than a stepping stone. I'm ain't here to be stepped over. No way.
You have different mentality. I do believe you have totally different mentality than most of those guys in those rings.
I think so, yeah. Because for me, for other people, they're fighting for a different reason. I'm fighting. This is my fucking life. I'm obsessed with fighting, and no more so than people who've got colitis and people who've been drug addicts and people who've got PTSD and veterans feel like their life's over when they've come out the military, and no more so than me. Yeah, and I literally, my life felt like it was over. And through fighting, through bare knuckle boxing, through beating addiction, I believe now I can go and put on a performance and show these people, veterans, chronic disease sufferers, people with depression, people with PTSD, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel if you don't give in. And there is another way of going about things. You can beat drugs, you can beat addiction, you can beat mental health. And that's my goal, is to show people that you can do anything if you fucking don't give in. You
actually should fucking change your shorts and put like a Superman badge. Because except you battling the bag.
Now they've got fuck you on them again.
See the thing, like my dad have a bag. Yeah. And whenever my dad received a message he's gonna have a bag to the end of his life, that was, he was born 11 years ago. Yeah. He said, like, what the fuck are you gonna do now? I can't work, I can't do anything. And I will start looking into it. It's like, there's people who swim with it, there's people who are doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. You just showing, like, fuck that. I can go and beat people
Yeah,
up in
no,
the most difficult sport there is.
And that was the thing for me. I thought everyone was going, "Oh, what about your health?" And I thought my health is lowest if I can't do what I want.
Yeah.
If I can't fight, and I think if I get in and fight and die, fucking great. I ain't got to go work tomorrow. Not that I go work anyway, but what I mean is, like, you've got to do what's true to you. And for me, fighting is what's true to me. And there's nothing that's going to stop me. If I had one arm, I'd come out here and try and hit you with a soggy hand. Like, that's who I am as a person.
It's the mentality of a warrior.
It's who I am as a person. And I just think when you get these things thrust upon us, like disease, that's a real fight. Choosing to fight in a ring is like a luxury, like a gift. I think other people get illnesses put on them, or having to grow up living with like abusive environments. That's a real fight. Getting in a bare knuckle fight and choosing to have a fight for money or fun, I mean, that's a privilege. And I think I take the privilege with both hands, and I think if it helps somebody else, then great.
Fuck me. Inspirational, hard, eh? I can't even call you inspirational anymore. I just need to find another fucking word for it. Jesus Christ. So Royal Marine Commando have to fight. Different mentality, different fight. Battling through the bag. Drug addiction.
Yeah.
So you're like a naturally born warrior.
Natural born dickhead, whichever you prefer to look at it.
Now, we're not laughing because we are worried. We're just laughing because it's funny, okay? He's not that... He is scary as fuck. Did I send it to the mic? Tell you what, that's my fucking notes. I don't need any more notes. That was basically anything I need to say. I said it, and now I just go with the flow. Fuck me. There's not too many people like yourself. There's not too... I met... And I mean it, I met fucking tons of people. Army guys, I met boxers, I met grapplers, I met scary people, I met nice people, I met dickheads, loveliest fucking people ever.
Yeah.
And it's not too many people like yourself. Mostly people say English people are cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my best friends, he's the para guy.
Yeah.
He's English, from London, and he's
a cunt.
He's a Jeepo as well, which is a fucking another kettle of fish.
But I'm a cunt myself, but I'd say I'm a good cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to be a cunt.
Yeah. It's nice to be nice, but I mean, the cunt in me runs deep.
So, see outside the ring.
Yeah.
Except you're engaged to that lovely lady beside us.
Yeah.
You went. You were protesting yesterday.
Yes, we was at the violence against women protest, and I think Megan obviously represents things like this and represents it really well. And I was absolutely shocked by how few people were there, and by ultimately shocked in another way how many men were there on their own supporting the cause. And since then, Megan has had so many comments on people like men.
6'5" guy.
Saying him smash her face in and things like this. And I think, like, who in the right mind as a man at all is not against violence against women? What the fuck? And we had somebody actually saying, oh yeah, but in Afghanistan, it's army soldier. When in Afghanistan, it's worse. We're not on about in Afghanistan. Afghanistan's a war zone. Like, you are meant to be a veteran of the armed forces, and you're an advocate now for fucking violence against women. I think, what the fuck's wrong with you? You need putting in a room with somebody like me, you cunt. And I just think, like, Megan is so brave and so courageous, and that inspires me to do the same. And I think with a cause like that, my grandma was a victim of domestic abuse, and I'd say she's one of my biggest inspirations. And things like that make me sick to the core. And I think that's why people like me join the armed forces, because you want to put things right that are wrong. And I just think, yesterday that was like a brilliant thing to go to. And had it not been for Megan, I wouldn't have gone. But through our union now and through our engagement, it's enlightening me in ways that I never expected. And I think that all credit to Megan. She's an absolutely amazing woman.
Well, you said about people sending stupid comments.
Yeah.
And fucking saying shit. I do believe like there's supposed to be like an off button for some people going online.
Yeah.
Because so many times I said, like, some people supposed to have like a proper dig in the beak before they open their mouth.
Yeah.
See the people who actually saying, oh, you're supposed to go against 6 foot. I wouldn't go. I'm 6 foot, fucking 100 kilo guy. I'm not gonna go against 6'5" guy with my brain fucking hand. And it's like,
no, I just think, but Megan's,
you know what?
Megan's actual thing was about people bullying their kids. And she said, if someone's going to bully my kids, I'm not anything I'm not willing to do to protect him. And
Yeah.
then you've got men saying, I would punch your face in. I think, well,
Because they never get punched in the face.
right now I just think it wouldn't be Megan turning up at your door, you daft
But
cunt.
the guys like that never get punched in the face.
No, of course not. And I think, do you know, for men to be commenting on women who do a sport that, like I say, 1% of the world do, they're intimidated by a woman who's 5'1". Like
But she's fucking 5'2".
Exactly,
And
yeah.
she's fighting in the ring, the fucking bare feet.
Exactly. So, do you know anyone who's an actual fighter, anyone who does combat sport, anyone who does bare knuckle, will not have a word of criticism towards Megan because she's doing what they do and they know how tough it is. You know, a man sat at home going, I'd have done this, I'd have done that. You've never had a fight in your life.
Yeah.
So fucking avoid me, mate. Avoid people like me and Megan because we'll fucking punch your face in where you stand.
See, I always said about going outside the clubs, there's always people, the loudest ones. They never get the dig in the bit.
Insecurity is allowed, isn't it? Confidence is quiet. And that's why me and Megan, like we actually say, avoid us jokingly, but we don't want to be understood. We don't want to be interacted with. We want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Because normal people, we don't resonate with. Like I've only met Megan like this however many months. Never met anyone like her in my life. And from this now, I don't fucking need another friend. I don't want another friend. I think
I thought we were gonna be friends.
People, no, exactly. People are so disappointing, and through seeing how people interact with Megan and how people, it's just opened my eyes to how shit people actually are. And I think like you can fuck off with all that. Keep that away from me.
Well, as I said, like I know tons of people.
Yeah.
I have such a small group of my people, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can ask my wife, I'm a walking contradiction of myself because I said I hate fucking people.
Yeah, yeah.
I do hate people.
But love the people you love.
But I love my people.
Yeah. My
People are people you're never gonna go on the street and talk to.
Yeah.
Because you'd be too scared like you.
Yeah. Or people
like
you'd never be in the same like thing with.
Yeah.
But I'm drawn to authenticity, and that's not got any category. And that's how me and Megan met. We met through just like I see me in her and she seen her in me. So, and I think no matter say you like licking toes or whatever, say it was a weird example, it don't matter. You know, if you're open and honest about that, that's the most interesting thing about you. And I think most people have not got the bollocks to be who they actually are. And I think, do you know, if you did have, maybe you would have something to talk about. But seeing as you've not, fuck off over there, you're normal. Do you know what I mean? I think I like to know people's to get to actually know somebody. You've got to be open and honest to go, you know what, I'm half a cunt sometimes, or I'm not the best person here. Like, you've got to be all right with your darkness too, and then that kind of becomes your light as well. Whereas other people are trying to make out that this virtuous good person, they think, hold on, I think you protest a bit too much there. Because I mean, I'd like to say I am, but half the times, I mean, I like to do bad things sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm open and honest about it. I think most people aren't. And I think if you're honest about the things that most people would be embarrassed to, that's what makes you interesting to people.
Well, you need to speak your mind as well.
Exactly that. And I think I'm not capable of not. I can't sit in the company of people I don't want to. Because I just don't. Why would I do that?
We're gonna get along.
And
Megan, I should shut up.
And Megan's the same, and that's why me and her have been drawn to each other from the moment we met. And it's
that spark.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking I've been honest about what a fuck up I am, and she has me, and I think, well, I don't think you're a fuck up, in all honesty.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, you can't say you're a fuck up.
No, but
everybody had a past.
Yeah, but what I mean is the things that other people would look at and judge through their own negative lens. I don't do that. I'm very open-minded, very, I'd say, enlightened.
Wait. Hold on. People who judge you, right? 99.9% people are gonna judge you or you sitting behind a fucking laptop.
Yeah, of course.
And they're gonna say like, what is it? Fucking Wednesday, my DLA coming tomorrow. It's my car outside charging. It's brilliant. I'm gonna just steer the shit. They never achieve anything in life except they're getting DLA, sit in their fucking house, probably have fucking 15 kids to 20 different dads.
No, and I think
there are fucking guys who are like 6 foot, fucking 150 kilo, never seen the fucking gym in their life.
Yeah, and I think between me and Megan,
is that normal?
We've probably lived out most people's fantasies that they could think of between us both. And they're the ones sat there going, yeah, I'd have found one more jab. I just think, fucking shut up, you twat. Carry on wanking over Dungeons and Dragons. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck off, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
But do you get what I mean? I think most people can't comprehend a character like myself or Megan, and they're there trying to, like I care about your opinion, because you've got to be able to be number one. And I think I've always just celebrated my unique traits, and until now I've not had anybody else support me in celebrating them. Now I have me and Megan support each other in that way, mutually support each other's uniqueness. There's no stopping us. And I think just watch this space, because the Witchcocks are coming. 2026 is the year of the Witchcocks.
Yeah.
See that pink top?
Yeah. He wants one of the new ones.
I think I got that top whenever I start talking to you.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I saw on your Instagram the pink tops. Like,
Yeah, I always fight in pink.
pink is a new, like, people don't remember, but in like 60s, pink was a man's color.
I just like to think, because I like, again, fuck you. I think how does it feel to get knocked out by someone wearing pink? You cunt.
See, whenever I'm gonna prep for a fight, come down to train with you.
Yeah.
I will one day, I promise.
Yeah.
I will gonna wear my fucking power punch girl stuff. Actually, R&D1, round one.
Yeah.
That's one of my friends' firm. So he got the power punch girl rash guards.
Yeah.
So I've got one for my birthday. Fucking love it.
Now, I think that's one thing about people who fight. You know, you don't have the insecurities about trying to act tough or trying to act a certain way, because you're actually about it. So you can be honest with who you are and think,
you have to act a certain way.
I like pink, I fucking like whatever. I think, and I don't have to act any way for anyone else's approval, because 9 times out of 10, I'll punch the fuck out of you.
But you see, act a certain way. I do believe we have certain, what you call, like, we need to show something. Not showing as we are tough,
yeah,
as people who fight or do combat sports, but we have certain, like, a job to do. Like, we need to show, like, kids, we need to show younger generation. Fighter doesn't mean he's gonna go outside, have 5 beers and smash somebody's face outside.
Being confident it comes with being confident and capable. Comes with responsibilities. Yeah. Of knowing when it's necessary and when it's not. And you know, the more capable you come of it, you realise any kind of altercation can be nullified by removing yourself. And if you're the one who's capable, it's down to you to remove yourself from that situation, because somebody normal is going to get hurt who shouldn't. They're not even aware. My dad used to say to me, anyone who comes and seeks you out, or anyone who can fight, can't fight. So they've lost already, because that's the one person in the bar you'd want to have a drink with, because that's the one person like you. But it says everyone else in there is drawn to you because they feel insecure. So they've lost already. So if someone comes up to you and engages you aggressively, my dad's always said, just leave, because otherwise you go in jail or hospital.
Well, I said so many times here, it's such a stupid fucking conception of going to the bar. Yeah. And the stupid concept is like, he's a big lad, he knows how to scrap, I'm gonna fucking try. God forbid you fucking trip, God forbid something happen, or you get an altercation, fair play, the fella know how to fight, but he's me running behind with the bottle.
Nobody wins in a fight in the street. You either get hurt yourself, hurt someone badly, or go to jail. And I think I've got no interest in fighting with civilians or normal people. I think if you're someone who can do me serious harm, let's have a fight in a way where we can do each other serious harm, and we don't go jail.
Yeah, like
in reality, they don't really get hurt because they're there wanting it. Do you know somebody normal who's got a fucking neck who's got a neck like a stick of rock? I think don't come and seek me out, because I'll slap your neck, you little cunt.
But they could be first to sue you after.
Yeah, of course. And I just think
press charge and say, like, he assaulted me, he's a bare knuckle boxer.
I go somewhere, I just want to be left alone, because I think just because you're a pretty girl, or just because I make you feel a certain way, like, that's your problem. That's not my issue.
I thought you called me a pretty girl then.
Do you get me? Yeah. No, but I think the first time I met Megan, I was a security. We was at a BKB event in Wales, and I was genuinely shocked by how people were going on. I was like, what the fuck? Just because someone is good looking doesn't give you access to them. If anything, it gives you less access to somebody. And I think, like, when did this happen? Like, when I was young, I used to think, she's good looking, she's not going to be interested in me, I definitely won't go over and speak to her. Or I think he looks mental, I'm going to stay away from him because he'll probably punch the fuck out of me. Yeah. It don't seem to be the way now. It seems to be like, I'm like a normal gimp, I'll go and talk to this famous woman over here. Oh, he looks like a psycho, let's go and see if he is. It's like mad.
Turn around.
Yeah, no, it's mad. It's mad because I think we both are what we are, but we're not as well. And I think,
But
avoid this.
I feel like that gimp now. Because, yes, I do fight.
Yeah,
I'm not anything successful. I'm not a skilled fighter.
yeah.
I'm trying my best. But I still will reach out to people who are like, here
No,
above my pay grade.
No, of course. And when people come and talk to you in a normal manner, like you would do yourself, it's no issue at all. But it's when people come over and are acting on insecurity rather than acting like thinking like genuine intent. And I think, when you've been vulnerable your whole life, that's why I am a fighter, because it came from being vulnerable as a child. I seek out people's intentions straight away. And I think, I'm going to be honest, there's not many people who think, oh, Ryan looks all right, let's go and buy him a beer. So, like, we go out anyway, you think to yourself, why are you coming?
See, I would 100% buy your fucking beer.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's where, like my dad says, someone who fights, who's interested in fighting, would want to come and have a beer with you.
Yeah.
So that's where you get on with somebody like that, because you're being authentic, and that takes any walls down, doesn't it? And it takes your defence down straight away, because you think, hold on, that's not the words of somebody who's trying to be a cunt. That's someone being genuine, and that goes boom straight away. And me and Megan both, if anyone comes and engages with either of us in that way, we'll stand and talking to anyone all day. But it's when people come over and say one thing and it's something else, you just think, hold on, mate.
But then people fucking,
You would not believe how many people are retarded. You would not believe it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because I see my brother's fucking DMs. I see my brother's DMs, and you will be fucking surprised.
It's
my brother
insane.
looks scary, but he's not scary. He's a one-punch wonder.
Yeah.
No, he's a one-punch guy. You punch him once, he fall. But he's a bodybuilder. He just look scary. But if you will see his DMs,
it's just
I do believe if you delete all the dick pics he's receiving, his phone will be fucking lighter.
Yeah,
it's mental, and people have Thursday, and people have balls to send a straight guy a dick pics or offer him stuff. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with people?
But the thing is, for them to have, men do things based on, I've done it before and it's worked. Men don't do things think, I've done this 100 times, it's never worked, I'll keep doing it. So they've at some point sent somebody that dick picture, and it's ended up being up their arse at some point. That's why they're doing it. And I think, like, what planet are people on where they think that's okay?
It's too much of that.
Yeah, and I just think it's where people don't interact.
What age are you?
Age?
Yes.
I thought you were saying inches. I was going to say, hold on. Hold on.
It's not that different.
I'm 40. I'm 41 next week.
So we're 39 still.
Yeah.
I'm just 39. I think we are born different times.
Well,
whenever you said something stupid on the street, you go towards somebody, you say fucking something not right, you get punched in the back, and that was straight away sorted out.
Exactly that. Like I say, someone look mental in the pub, you think, I'm just going to assume he's mental. I'm not going to go and try and find out. Like, and I just think people have got used to sending a message and getting away with it, and then come and do it in real life. You think, well, fucking hell, I don't know how you... My dad, another saying my dad used to say to people, I don't think you should be out this late at night engaging with me in that manner. You shouldn't be out this late at night.
Your curfew is 10 o'clock. Fuck off.
Yeah. Like, fucking people baffle me. And I've never known nothing like it. It used to be, with me, I just used to think, well, whatever. But we've seen it with Megan. Honestly, it blows my fucking mind. I can't believe it. That many people, 99 people, liked that bloke's comment where he said, I'm a 6'4" man, I'll punch your head in. 94 men liked it. 99 men.
No, I wouldn't say that.
What is going on in the world?
Don't know like you, but to me, to be a man, it's a certain responsibility for it.
Yeah,
you don't become a man because you're 18.
No, you don't. You're like, as a man there, would be going, who the fuck are these people?
Exactly, but that's a man.
They're going to hit a woman. Yeah,
but we're missing the point of being a man and being a boy. 99 boys who are insecure wee fuckers sit in a room fucking wanking every day.
Exactly what Megan said. They're on there, putting things on there for the approval of other men. I just think, well, how weird are you?
Now, don't take me wrong, I say some fucking unhate things.
No, but so do I.
But there's a limit to, like, 5'2" girl who do the bare knuckle boxing. He just, it doesn't matter if you do bare knuckle boxing or not. You just don't fucking go, I will punch your fucking face in. It doesn't matter what big are you, who are you?
No, I totally agree. But I just think being like a social media platform, obviously you open yourself up to whatever. But I still just think, I mean, careful what you say, because I mean you might bump into one of us one time, and that's just, and it won't go well for you if you do.
See, I'm
Some
just
people
thinking
are, some
about it.
people are what they say they are, and Megan is exactly what she says. You get exactly what you say, and it says on the tin, depending what the tin is day to day. And
Yeah.
that's the same with me. And I think, like, it makes you not want to go anywhere, because you think, I know people are going to come and be weird, and you know, on this occasion here, I don't know how I'm going to respond, and it makes you not want to go nowhere.
I just gonna say that, right? I do believe, like, if even that 6'5" guy stand in front of you and you lamp him one, he'll probably
Oh,
fuck up, sit on his ass, and go cry.
No one ever would. No one ever would engage us in that way in real life. But this is what I'm trying to say. These people live in these fantasy worlds where, like,
They're untouchable.
yeah. But I think they're also responding to the person who is the root of their fantasy, which is Megan. Otherwise, why would they be even on her social media page? Why would even, like, we don't know who these people are, yet they know everything about us and commenting? I think, well, listen, this little weird fantasy you got going on, I mean, you're making a bit of people can see what you're saying, mate. You make yourself look like a bit of a cunt. Like, I just think it baffles me. I find it funny. I never used to engage with anything. I used to look at how Eric used to go on social media and think, I'm not engaging with nobody because I don't want what he's does to people doing to me. Now I look at it and think, I'm off getting it. I find it entertaining now, because I think people out here are mad. What the fuck?
Stupid.
People out here is bonkers, yeah.
Well, we're certainly on that train now, where social media, where the platforms distance us from reality.
Yeah.
Where we don't know when is the cutoff point.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm saying unhinged things.
Yeah.
Yes, I say things I know I should think twice before I open my mouth.
But it's
But
funny.
to me, it's funny.
But it's funny, yeah.
It's funny. It's not like I'm gonna insult fucking majorities. I'm gonna insult minorities.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say things that gonna hurt some
Yeah,
people.
but it's done in tongue in cheek, and that's the thing. Me and Megan's relationship is like sacred, and people's only access they've got to us is through the phone. So we keep people as far away from reality, from us as possible with what we put on there. But some of the things are like true to us both as well, and I think like people look at that's their only little window into it, and I think like it's like you say, it's funny to fuck with that a little bit sometimes, isn't it? It's funny to put a little red herring out there every now and again. Let's see what people think of this.
I will send some comments myself.
Yeah, no, I find it funny. I do. Like I say, I'm a cunt. I can't help it.
And if you're gonna engage, it's gonna get worse, because they're gonna start getting cocky and try to think they are who they are not. And
yeah, I mean, I had brain damage last year, and I mean, it's starting to get a bit better, so I'm getting a bit funnier now. I'm writing sentences, and they half make sense now.
I'm always blame CTE.
Yeah.
See, whenever I say something really fucking weird or something I don't supposed to say loud in public, I always blame CTE and say, like, it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I mean, you can get away with it. When we first started talking, I'd not long had brain damage, so half the things I'd say were inappropriate. I was like, I meant something totally different.
Really?
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
It's a bad things, but you know yourself, he has the bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
And boxer beforehand.
Yeah.
Royal Marine Commando.
Yeah.
Like, you know how to fight, you know how to battle, you know how to war. And all those other people, they've never fucking seen a real conflict.
No.
Ever.
No. And I just think the people who fight, it's an extension of the life that they've lived. And I just think people who looking in from the outside trying to judge it, I think you straight away have shown you have got no fight in you, because otherwise you'd understand. Or if you don't understand, you think, I know enough about that to know that's similar to me. Whereas that's why I think 2 people getting in fight, 10,000 people in a thing paid to watch it.
Yeah.
So I just think like everyone wants to have the notoriety that they believe you get through being a fighter. People who fight don't give a fuck about that. It's true in you, and you want to do it no matter what. And it just happens that you get all this shit come with it when you on a social media platform. But as we say, it's funny, isn't it?
Because there's people who watch too much of fights.
There's people who just watch it, and like everyone's got an opinion. If unless you've ever engaged in boxing yourself, and you can realise one day you go in and things are working. The next day you feel like you've had a stroke. You feel like your body's dyslexic and it's not working. You just get there and just think,
can I quote that?
yeah. You just get in and think, what is going on here? This is not what I had planned in my mind. And I think, normal people who think, well, obviously just watch Rocky and think, oh yeah, that's what happens. You think, no, one day I get in and think I'm great. The next minute I get in and think, am I kidding myself thinking I can do this? Crying, looking at yourself in the rearview mirror on the way home.
Right, speaking of which, and I think that's hilarious. Like, was our first boxing class in Fight Academy.
Yeah.
And I can see on the mat was Big Donut was taking the class. Remember, first time ever, the boxing class we have in the Fight Academy. And Donut taking the class, and I can see around me pro fighters, the guys who are going for titles. And Donut gave us simple things to do.
Yeah.
And me and Big Dave lock eyes and it's like, we fucking retarded. Like, why I can't do that?
Why can't I do this?
So it's the MMA is totally different.
And this is what I mean though. Do you know when you've gone and tried to learn anything, you realise, I'm a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Like, and then you look around the room and think, so is everybody else, just at a different stage of retardation. And it's where I think
we can hide it better.
These normal people are trying to act like they're not retards. I just think, just embrace it. And then you understand what someone, to get on there and to get a knockout, that's not a lucky punch. That's years and years and years of turning up thinking, hopefully I'm not going to be a retard today. And then you're not.
But then you have your muscle memory, you have your skill.
Exactly that. I say this to Megan all the time. Like, boxing, I feel like you go 2 steps forward and 1 back. Yeah. Then you go 1 step forward and you come 2 back. But unless you keep going forward, you don't go forward. And I think it's such a brutal, punishing process that if you stick with boxing and then you pass that over to life, it's the blueprint for success. Like, don't ever assume you're a master of anything, because you have to keep earning it every day to keep progressing, or to come back from the step that you've gone back. If you don't keep turning up, you're going back and back and back and back. And it's like, if you train twice a week and one person trains once a week, in a year, you're a year in front. And that's the thing with boxing. If you don't use it, you lose it. And if you don't, same with anything else. Like, and I think it's, if you can succeed in and when I say succeed with combat sport, it's keep going from failure to failure without any loss of enthusiasm. Then you turn that over to life. Turn that over into life. You'll be successful at anything, because who the fuck makes a plan and it just goes, it works as you do. Yeah, and in boxing, you think, oh yeah, this is going to work, this is going to work. You get there and it don't, and you think, fucking, you start getting used to the fact that maybe this ain't going to go the way I want it to. And when you then look at that and put that over into life, like, when does anything go to plan? It don't. And you need to get, being tough for me is not about how much punishment you can take in the ring. It's about how fast you can come back from a loss, how fast you can come back from disappointment. That's being tough. That's being mentally resilient. And that's how people end up millionaires. That's how people end up being Royal Marine Commandos. That's how people come back from depression, from addiction, from thinking, I mean, it was hard to think, I weren't going to fuck this up. And then going, right, let's go again tomorrow. Let's try and not fuck up tomorrow. And day after day after day after day. Efficient action on top of efficient action.
And dedication.
And even if that efficient action is thinking, fucking hell, yesterday didn't go very well. Let's hopefully today it will today. And that's been, I'd say that's how I've achieved everything I ever have. Because I fuck up more than most. But one thing that I don't ever do is give in.
Thanks for that. I need to rewind that fucking quote he said about. Jeez, that was our pure gold. I need to. Do you remember what he said? No. Fuck no, do I? But I remember what it was all about. I said to myself, like, fuck, I was good. Yeah. It's like a fucking tattoo quote, but not live, love, life, or whatever you fucking call those 3 fucking words. You said about coming back.
Yeah.
Like 2 steps back whenever you learn something.
Yeah.
Do you think some people went, I'm not going to name anybody, but some people try so hard.
Yeah.
And instead of doing that 1 step forward, they just keep coming back, and there's no coming back from there.
Yeah, I've been somebody, like, I think, with boxing, like, analysis causes paralysis. If you trying too hard, like, then you missing what's going on all around you. And I've been someone who's done that, and it's took maybe an injury or illness for me to take the pressure off myself and just, instead of like fixating on a win or a loss, just learn the process and just accept I'm shit at this. Yeah, and I'm probably always going to
take the
I'm
losses.
I'm shit at this sport. Yeah, and the only way I'm going to get better is by accepting that I'm shit and trying to learn whatever I can from anyone I can. And again, I think it's just taking your ego out of it. And boxing is something where you'll have a win and you gloss over all the cracks of maybe what went wrong even in the win. Then you'll have to have a loss to bring you back and think, hold tight. I mean, I thought I was the bollocks after that win. I mean, turns out I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I think there's nothing more grounding, nothing more humbling than the process of trying to learn a combat sport. And again, it's like, look at how life is. Life fucking kicks you in the bollocks all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think combat sport, whether you fight or not, makes you a better person and makes you a better, more well-rounded individual, and gives you a better standing in society. Because I think people who've never faced challenge, never faced adversity, and never been humbled, have run off ego, and they're the people that are not kind, the people who are cruel, the people who are manipulative. Because I think like they've never put themselves, they've never had the bollocks to put themselves in a position where they might fail. And I think, but that's the biggest thing in combat sport that people admire. That people get in when they've failed, or people get knocked down and you get back up. That's what people admire in sport, and I think that's in everybody. And I would encourage anybody to do the things that they're scared of doing, to take a risk when you might not succeed, because that in itself is success. And that's once you learn to go them hard yards, it makes it easier with anything you've got to do.
No, don't take my question the wrong way. No? I don't like a punch in the face. Now, abuse me because I have a wee theory.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we are the same, but I know I fight because I've got fucking severe ADHD.
Yeah.
And I cannot sit on my hoe.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with my chemicals in the brain.
Yeah, me.
And you too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So all people I had here who fight,
yeah,
there's some chemical imbalance in the head.
It's
either severely autistic.
1,000,000%, yeah.
It's something, I'm not saying not right, but there's something different.
It's something different, yeah. It's like there's not an off switch for it. And I think Joe, if you like combat sport or even like being an artist or anything creative, it's like a thing. It's an ongoing thing in your head.
Because you can look on the martial arts as type of art.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where we don't have a brush in our hand.
Yeah.
Like I love drawing,
but it's a form of expression.
Yeah.
And I think, do you know the feelings everyone feels? Like everyone has them, and I think fighting in combat sport is a way of expressing that in a non-judgmental way.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I used to expect that through alcohol or drugs, and then the violence would be a byproduct of it at the end. And then I'd end up thinking, like, I've done that to somebody normal just because I'm a fuck up. Like, no, but you know what I mean? I think
you need something.
Yeah, and I think, do you know when you look at yourself and think, right, which part of this is me? Which part of this is what's going on in me? Like the ADHD, and then find a way of dealing with it. Like Megan always says to me, you need to sit with yourself and sit with the things in you. And since I've been doing that, I've not been looking for a way out or an exit or a release. I've just been thinking, no, this is in me now. What way can I sit and think about making this work for me? And since I've been with Megan, I've moved on massively in a way that I don't feel like I have since before I was a kid and went in the Marines. Because I had to think out of the box then, of thinking, how is me, a 15-year-old gimp, I've not even got a hair on my leg. I've not even got a pube. How am I going to get in the Royal Marines? And I think with Megan, I thought, how am I going to go from being a drug addict with brain damage to fighting on the biggest promotion in the world for bare knuckle? And she's helped me do it by just challenge me to look inward. All the answers lie within. And I think, Joe, if you're looking for this and that, you're getting further away from what you need, which is in here.
Would you be able to sit for 1 hour? What you call those tanks?
What's that?
The tanks with the water in it and there's no signs. It's salty water, flotation tanks.
I'd give it a go. I'll give it a go, yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would.
I last 40 minutes and I thought I'm gonna go fucking bonkers.
The thing is for me, I don't really want to do much, but I will. And you know, Megan's got a way of putting it across to me where she'll like, and my grandma used to do the same. Things I used to think, why the fuck she get me to do this? Then I think it's good. I just trusted my grandma and trust Megan. There's probably only two people I've ever. I think it's got to be for my benefit. So come on then, let's go and do it. And like the more I do them things, the more I move on. And I just think the key to moving forward is doing the things you don't want to do.
Because you said you were drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
I can relate to that totally because for years I was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
And every time you drink, you go in that stupid circle.
I didn't even know what I was drinking. At one point, I said to my mate, I drank 2 litres of vodka last night. And I thought, when I said it out loud, I thought, what the fuck? What for?
Exactly.
And then that's when I started thinking, like, I didn't stop straight away, but I thought, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, that sounds really bad. Then I thought, I'm either going to have to not tell people what I'm doing or stop doing it. And I thought, fucking hell.
Now I reached out to get help because I knew it's like twice I ended up in hospital.
Yeah.
And I said to the doctor said to me, if you're gonna keep going, that's 3 months, you're not gonna see each other again. I said like fuck it. And I tried really hard, but for me was if I didn't drink and something went sideways, I didn't fight the time.
Yeah.
But if something went sideways, I didn't know how to deal with it.
Exactly it, and that's what Megan's saying to me. Like you've got to sit with it and allow it to, and then it subsides.
But now you have
it subsides really fast when you do that. Not really fast, but you might have a couple of uncomfortable hours where you feel like, like when you say there, you think if I don't do something, I'm going to explode. When you don't actually do anything to stop yourself from exploding, you don't. It just fizzles away, and then you think. I look now and think so like. Had it not been for Megan, I would still be doing the exact same things I was and still be a drug addict. And because I've been with her and she's made me look at things differently, I stopped like that. And I think I wish I could like help other people in the same way, but you have to help yourself and it has to be for you. And there has to be a reason. And I think my reason was wanting to be with Megan, if I'm honest. It weren't not wanting to do it. I thought, I can't be like this and be with Megan. And do you know now I've actually like looked inward about that. Now I think, well, even if I wasn't with Megan, I wouldn't go back to taking drinks or drinking alcohol because I like me being me. I didn't like me the person I was when I was doing that.
So your whole entire career of bare knuckle boxer, you were sniffing like Henry.
Yeah.
And so we can clearly say now, whenever you're coming back to the ring, you're like coming up cockroach 2.0.
I wouldn't even say, like I used to say, like cockroach was like, I turn up any way, shape or form and get in fight. I've never been in this kind of condition for a fight ever in my life. I've never been
your body shape and body posture.
I've never been this confident and I've never had this conviction about myself since I've came out of the Royal Marines.
And you look like a fucking machine.
Yeah, well, thank you. And
I seen your hands yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the tires in your backyard.
I feel like now, obviously being a Royal Marine is a massive thing. And I think I've not represented the Royal Marines or myself in the manner befitting of the things I've done in the past until now. And I think people are going to see a man who's been in the Royal Marines, a veteran of the Royal Marines, are going to see that now with this performance and with the way I conduct myself. And I think it will be the first time there has been. And I actually look on my past and think, yeah, all right, I've done all right. But I look on it with shame, if I'm honest, because I think that isn't me. And that's not a representation of the person I am, who's the next Royal Marine. And I think you're going to get that now. And forget BKB and forget that, all of that. My bare knuckle career starts May the 30th, and it's going to start with my best performance. And that's as simple as that.
May 30th.
Yeah, May the 30th.
And where's it going to happen?
It's in Birmingham. It's the Utility Arena. It's at an arena.
So you go to your hometown?
No, well, I'm from Leicester, but it's in Birmingham, which is about 30 mile away, so it's as close to the hometown as possible. But
30 miles.
But for me, it's going to be the start of my bare knuckle career and the start of me showing people who the fuck I really am.
Cockroach 2.0.
And I can't wait. Yeah.
I'm getting that fucking top. Especially because it's pink.
Yeah.
Say nothing.
Exactly. Safe for goal.
Do me a massive favour.
Yeah.
But that's why I needed fucking that quote he said.
Oh, to write it on.
What's that?
See, that's the board. Everybody quote something. Everybody say something. It's totally up to you. If you don't draw a dick, I'm happy. That's my youngest.
No. What age are your kids?
7, 9, 9, 11, 11, 14.
You're twins.
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay, get it. Blended families.
I keep calling it Irish twins, but they're not Irish.
Yeah.
And they're not twins. Now, funny enough, whenever me and my ex had them in a pram together, because she had a wee son and I had Mia, whenever they sit beside each other, there's 2 months difference between them. But others say, oh, they're twins. It's a girl, she's a... No, close. Oh, they're twins. They're both blonde, no idea how. Well, you missed that because about 2 months ago, I had a long hair. That was weird. Yeah, long hair. I look like a Viking. And then I decided to shave it so I look like a bald Viking-ish. Listen, appreciate you
Thank you
coming.
very much, mate.
May 30th. Cockroach team. Holy fuck. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Good.
Like, seriously looking forward to it.
Yeah,
'cause
good.
fights I watch from you, and I watch loads.
I'm never in a shit fight.
I was going to say I watch loads of Johnny's fights. I watch Brian's fights. I watch Eric's different fights.
Yeah,
Eric's fights you watch from start to the end like that
yeah.
because you don't know what's going to come next.
Happen, yeah.
But lots of bare knuckle boxing from different people. It's like very touchy feely, hiding, going away, clinching.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fucking go.
I go
war,
for it.
24/7.
I'll
War,
go for
war,
it from
war.
the start, yeah.
As 5 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, 5 2-minute rounds, yeah. This will be the first time ever I've got 5 2-minute rounds in me. And normally I have to get someone out in the first round or I'm fucked. Whereas this now, I think he's going to have to try and get me out. He's got 5 rounds to do it. It's not going to happen. Not happening.
Fuck me. That's gonna be something.
It's not happening. I can't wait.
You can wait. I
can't
can
wait. I want it to go as long as possible.
I'm gonna sit from that behind the fucking telly watching it. Actually gonna get kids to watch it.
Yeah.
Kids watching all the fights, all sorts of fights.
It'll be a good show. It'll be a good show because it's obviously it's going to be the biggest bare knuckle show in history. Obviously, you've got Darren Till fighting on it, Conor Tierney and Ricardo Franco. He's the only other person with a colostomy bag fighting on it.
Franco's
Yeah,
the
that's it.
guy who invented that.
Yeah,
He was the first one who started doing that.
yeah.
He fought Lawson as well.
Yeah, he's fought Lawson. Johnny Lawson's fought everybody. Mad cunt.
He is mad cunt.
Yeah.
But he's the nicest guy ever.
He fought one of my friends, Reese Moyer, and I actually cornered against him. Johnny Lawson, yeah.
His dad is a mad cunt.
He's a tough kid. He's a tough lad.
See Johnny Lawson's dad?
Yeah.
I have fought actually the friend of ours and Arts. And Johnny's dad come down to me and says, if you lose, I'm gonna fucking fight you. I'm thinking, fucking brilliant. Amazing. But yeah, our community is so tight. Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. May 30th, I'm gonna get all my kids to watch you fighting.
Bless you, thank you.
And then I'm gonna post it as well. Thank you once
Cool,
again
thank
for
you very
coming.
much.
I'm gonna Team Cockroach.
Thank you, mate.
Try to get up, which I
I'm only waiting to switch the phone off before I try getting out.